Hello, hello. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Um, this was not streamed live, uh, or anything like that. This is just a random recording I wanted to do real quick, just cause. Um, I was in here for a little bit, just messing around, trying to figure out where I left off, and I think, yeah, 500 units of sounding payload. So that's gonna be like one of these fuel tanks. What is the difference here? What? I don't get. I don't know what the difference is between these, so I'm just not going to use that. Instead, we're going to use aluminum, even though this is already using aluminum. And we're getting rid of. Okay, first of all, don't get rid of the whole thing. Second of all, new. As whatever. Alright. So pods. We're gonna do. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So here's our little pod, like before. And then here is our fuselage here. And this took me a hot minute to find it, but here is sounding payload. This is what we are going to need. And I don't know if it's. I actually don't know what it is that we're gonna need exactly, but we're gonna figure it out. So we're gonna lengthen this just a little bit, not that much. There we go, that's good enough. Oh. I did not realize that was an astronomical high number there. Oh, wait, no. This is what we want, okay. Alright, cool. Now I can go ahead and put this away, and this is high pressure aluminum fuselage. We're gonna go ahead and this is about a 1 meter diameter, so we're gonna go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. And this is kind of what we have to get back. If you all remember from last time, we built a small little rocket. I think, cancel. It was like the Carmen V, and it went up, Carmen line, and it came down, and we landed in the ocean right next to our little island out here. And yeah, so we're gonna be hoping to do something pretty similar, but this time we're gonna be dragging this thing up there with us to a height of 140, which I think is the official, like, where space begins. So we're dragging this thing to space. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some aerodynamics in here, and then I will see y'all when I'm done with that. So just give me a minute here. Alright, so kind of have a general layout here. Got a nose cone, you know, stereotypical stuff. We have our control module. Here's our 500 units of sounding payload. Here's our parachutes, and here's a decoupler. So this is kind of what we're setting up. And then we have a few options for engines. Ignore all that section. Well, we may need this. So, I think we used this in the Carmen V, the Veronique, or whatever I called it. I think Veronique, I'm not entirely sure. But we do have, because of what we did, we do have a few extra, some of the research we started off last time, we have a few extra things in here. So I think here's the 39, and then this is kind of a similar thing. I think this was used on the V2, and this is kind of a US copy. And it is slightly better than the 39. Do we have any others that are kind of that good? Not really. Well, there's that, but let's go ahead and see. So here's the the American version of the 39, which we used on the Carmen 39. Of course, we know this pretty well. So, base thing, this has this one right here. This has 65 seconds of burn time. That is 5 seconds less than this one. And they have about the same reliability. This one has a higher ignition chance, which I think just means when we're out there and I hit the space bar, this one's got a slightly higher chance of going up. Now I will go ahead and look at this one because I know there are a few versions of this that are a little better, like this one right here. But I think we what do you require? Okay, so currently post-war material science, post-war rocket testing, and this is post-war rocketry testing is 400 kilonewtons, I think, if I'm reading that correctly. So, if we can... Okay, so this is a completely different research than what these two are. So, this one is a ground, excuse me there. Now this would be a bit heavier, so that may be something I'm concerned about. Has kind of the same ignition chance off the bat. Oh, okay. I was not looking at that. So I think this one, when we get into a vacuum, it'll be better. But currently, this one's better. Oh wait, no, I'm completely lying to you. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So the 41 right now is not the best. We're gonna keep with the 39, but we're gonna switch it to the C model. So we're gonna, this is gonna be our main thruster basically. And then, and this was, what was it? Okay. Oh, you're not attached. This was post-war rocketry testing, and this one was post-war rocketry testing. So we may use this as a upper stage. Okay. We may use this as an upper stage once we're up in the atmosphere, or above the atmosphere, and we can use this as kind of our main stage to get up there at least. I'll go ahead and build the main body here, and I'll see you all in a bit. Alright, I think we got our... Oh, hold on. Alright, there we go. I think we got our general shape here now. Kind of this strange looking water bottle. I did thicken up the top part just a little bit, but hopefully that doesn't give us too many problems. I'm gonna go ahead and give us some wings here. And actually I'm gonna do 4 because I'm hoping that I can maybe strap some boosters onto this thing. So there's that. Probably want this clamp. Let's bring the whole thing down. No, not that. So, yeah, just like that. Actually, the wings might need to be a little bit bigger. And I cannot remember for the life of me if these need to be... This needs to be, like, below or something. Okay, there we go. Oh, did I get rid of my... well, these, first of all, these need to be a lot bigger. Or maybe they don't. Am I crazy? Let me go ahead and get a... here we go. There we go. There we go. One minute 42 seconds. Wow, that is way over our time. So we're gonna bring this down a lot. Actually, we may not even need it to be this long or this high. Oh, we had it there for a second. Let me use more of the fuel down here. Extra 10 seconds can't hurt, right? Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this. See how well, actually, I need to put... Oh, wow, we are kind of heavy here. That's not good, but that's fine. Oh, let me... Where did that go? Okay, I guess that's the biggest we can get there. Let's go ahead and simulate now. Alright. Got our little thing here. And let's go. this right here concerns me. Of course, this doesn't have any fuel, so... Alright, looks like we're staying upright for the most part, so that's pretty good. Oh, looks like our wings are experiencing some resistance there. That's unfortunate. And then here's where our little pod would just go. We may need to put some fins on this section, or do a spin so it stabilizes. But other than that, that first section works really well. So I'm going to go ahead and strap on some boosters, because I just feel like it. And then also, I'm going to mess around with this top section so I can actually get it fueled up and we can really launch this thing and see how well it does. So, I will see y'all in a minute. Alright, and we're back. Did a few modifications. I got this a lot slimmer. This area is kind of a lot taller. I got the did I get rid of my Delta V again? Why do I keep doing that? I added more electrical charge to our pod here, so we could actually steer, like the quest requires us to. And then... Alright, I think this will work nicely, and hopefully it does our quest here. We're going to go ahead and simulate this. And 3, 2, 1. Watch this right here. And I don't have fuel in my boosters there. My apologies. Let me fill this with fuel, high pressure. Why is there... Okay. I at least want to get this to a minute. Okay. So... that'll go... and this will go... and they'll jump off at some point. I'm not really going to mess with this right now. Just want to see if it works. And if the boosters don't work, I'll take them off. It's just an idea. Whoa! Wow, okay. I think I think we may have been a little too low to the ground there. As in, like, down here. Yeah. Let's try that. So where do we need to go? 240 kilometers. Oh, I forgot to put the loaders up here, but that's alright. We'll just have that right there. I'll launch when it gets around 1 second. Oh, dang it. I don't know what happened there. Let's go ahead and see if this would work. What we already have here working for us. Looks like we've got a very large arc here, so maybe it will. Don't know if it'll get our altitude requirement there, but we will see. Speaking of the altitude requirement, there it is. And then here is our downrange distance. So, sounding payload? Sounding payload 500. Does it need 500 kilograms? Okay. Hold on. Let me go back to the vehicle assembly. So these mostly worked. Then I'm gonna... I have no idea if I saved that. I'm gonna be honest. Does it say anywhere on here what the 500 units has to be? Okay, no it does not. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's fine. Let's go ahead and simulate this. Oh, that's okay. We do need to put on those spins spinning motors. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then so spin motor. Go ahead and give me 4 of them, and then right around here, I want to say. And then let's angle them this way. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Main engine ignites, and then as soon as that gets down, as soon as one of these reaches below, like when I start seeing one of these tick down, I'll hit the next one, which will release us from our pad here, and I also activate these. When these run out, I'm gonna activate the decoupler, and then when our main body runs out, activate this, which should send us off. I am gonna double check that it's on the right thing, and I think it is. Yeah, okay. And then decoupler. Oh, I didn't know I could do that right there. Okay. So, yep, that goes, and then these go. Actually, it should be more like that. And yeah, we should be good there. And then let's go ahead and do 24 tons. Okay. 23.9. Okay. Okay. Just give me 24. That did not move it basically at all. Okay, that's as low as I can get it. Let's see how this does. If this launch is successful, then we'll go ahead and end this here. If it's not, we'll do some troubleshooting and then we'll get to a point where I like it, alright? So, 3, 2, 1. See something tick down over here. There we go. And we're off. If y'all have enjoyed today's content, make sure to let me know with a comment or subscribe. And if you haven't, comment anyway. All feedback is good feedback, and I can use it to grow and use it to change, and hopefully I can earn your like one day. Okay, we're still going. No, we're not. We're tipping. Well, as I was saying, if you enjoyed today, like. If you haven't, comment. Maybe I will get your like one day. But, yeah. Gonna go ahead and try this again here. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of these. And, of course, that breaks too. That's... wow. Okay, this is making kind of anticlimactic ending to my episode here. Can we get it together, you guys, please? Everybody work. Please. We're working? Okay, cool. I think one of these is going faster than the other. One of these is slightly heavier. That's why there's two different things right here. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter all that much. Just, I hopefully don't nosedive into the earth here. we're spinning just to... Oh, there goes our wings. I forgot about that. Wow, alright. Okay. Don't start spinning that early. That's cool. Hey, that's good to know that we made sure to get sufficient avionics, but um, I'm gonna go ahead and launch this again, and then I'll come back when it's basically right where we were. So I'll see you all in a bit. Alright, so I think we're right around where we were before. Our wings are starting to heat up there. I did not change what was in the... Whoa. I didn't know those would just go anyway. That's interesting. I had not changed what was in the boosters. I am starting to realize maybe I should have, as seen there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have just completed the main stage right there, and I finally got it to work. Turns out one of the boosters was not filled with any fuel, and that kind of caused us to have an imbalance of weight and stuff. And that was kind of odd. And then I tried a few other things. I ended up having a configuration that had 4 boosters, and that worked really well. It was actually this configuration that we just did to get up here. And we have just hit our altitude goal, and I think we'll reach our downrange goal, but I'm not too sure yet, because this is the first time I'm running this, and we do have the first 50 seconds of flight controllable, so that is good. I'm going to go ahead and release that section there. So all that's left is the supposedly 500 liters. I have no idea if it's actually liters or kilograms or what. The parachute, the control unit, which should be running. I don't know why it's not. And our little nose cone here. So there's our tiny little base over there. And I think this is the farthest up I've gone. This is definitely out there. Let me go ahead and see. This new altitude record, 250 kilometers. Yes, this is the farthest we've gone, yet, I think, if I remember correctly. So, I'm going to just wait around a minute to see if we get that, downrange distance goal. If not, I think I can angle the rockets slightly more. So instead of like going this way, we go that way a little bit more. And I think we'll be just alright. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm pretty sure this will work out. Did not mean to do that. I apologize. So yeah, while we're up here, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. And I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you're at. Me personally, Texas, pretty nice place. Hot most of the time, but it's nice. So yeah, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. Hope you enjoyed this kind of mini episode here. Wasn't a stream. Kind of just felt like doing the world, but I didn't feel like streaming that much. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to do this. So I'll actually speed up time here, so you don't have to wait as long. And there is our downrange distance goal. I think if I can just figure out what this is actually talking about, because apparently it's not talking about liters for whatever reason, then we can get this quest in the bag, and yeah, we can go from there. So, now that we're up here, I just want to say, now that everything's done, thank you so much for tuning in. Um, the first episode of this got a lot of views. I know, first upload in a while. Kind of odd. I just had life going on. Y'all know how it is. Is that our little pod down there? Oh my gosh, I think it is. Well, anyway, I wanted to thank y'all for showing that first video some good love. Thank y'all a lot. I know it was a bit short. Um, I did want to keep going after that, but I did have some events that I had to go to later that day. So yeah, thank y'all so much. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I have to land. I think I just have to get it to 240, but we will see. I kind of don't have a heat shield. Uh-oh. There goes our sounding payload. Well, uh... I mean, it tracked the distance, I think. Alright, well, I guess next stream we'll go ahead and figure out why it won't do this. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this little mini episode, even though it's probably just going to be as long, if not longer, than a few of them. Maybe that last one. That last one was short. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for being here, and I hope y'all having a nice day. And yeah, this has been Modded Kerbal Space Program. Most of the time I do stream this on my Twitch channel, which is the same name it is here, Danger Doggo. If you would like to tune in for these live, go ahead. If you don't, fine by me too. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I know I've said it like 5 different times now, but just gotta make sure you understand. I really need to thank you. But yeah, just thank y'all for giving that first video some love and for welcoming me back from a 3-year hiatus where life happened. But yeah, I think we're gonna be mostly back now and be playing some Kerbal Space Program for right now. If y'all want me to play anything else, just let me know. But y'all have a nice day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.